వచ్చే ఇక్కడ గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ మ్యామ్.
Good morning to all the participants who have joined us today. Good morning. So let us begin today's event in about 4 to 5 minutes. We have more participants joining us, so let's just give them 5 minutes to join in.
Good morning, teachers.
Good morning, ma'am.
First of all, a very happy Independence Day to all the participants. Today we have joined here on a Sunday morning for the announcement of the results of writing Ecstasy. So this was a competition for all the interactors of District 3190. And finally, we have arrived at the moment wherein the winners would be announced today. So first, a very warm welcome to all the attendees, the Rotarians who have joined us, the Interactors, and President of Rotary Club of Bengaluru, Kormangla, that is Rotarian Ikram Ahmad Khan, Youth Service Director of Rotary Club of Bengaluru, Kormangla, Rotarian Selvam George, and we also have few other Rotarians from our club. Good morning, Narsimhan sir. So a very warm welcome to all of y'all. So let me tell you all what was the reason we thought of starting up with writing Ecstasy. As you all know, with the pandemic, we have had only digital classes or online classes. So with the virtual classes, the practice of writing has pretty much reduced. So we wanted the students to reconnect to the writing skills and to put in a little bit of effort in reviving those beautiful skills which they once had probably 1.5 years back. So I'm sure it must have been a good experience. And to speak more about handwriting, we have a handwriting specialist and a handwriting maestro amidst us, who will be joining us shortly. That is our judge, Professor Janardhan. So Let me call upon our President Ikram Ahmad Khan to just speak a few words about the reason why he thought of writing Ecstasy. Over to you, sir. So you're on mute. Ikram sir, you're on mute.
Hi, good morning. Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible now.
Yeah, first of all, I wish you all the 75th Independence Day of India. And I hope you all had a wonderful morning today hosting the flag and doing something in the school. As Rabia rightly said, we started this ecstasy only because when we figured out there is a lack between the old a time when we used to write and the digital age what we have now. Because right now, to be very frank, even I have lost my handwriting. I don't know what exactly I write. After I write, I cannot read it because I have lost the touch. Because from years we have been using computers, mobile, everything we are doing typing and sending. So we have lost. So that's why we thought of why don't we revive the handwriting and bring back that old culture of writing with pen and paper. That is how this idea came up, and we wanted to do this as a pilot project. And we can see a lot of success. We received almost around 283 plus registrations for Ecstasy, and we have received all these things. Everything was forwarded to Janardhan sir. He has done a wonderful job checking each and every handwriting what was sent to him, and he has come out with the his judgment. He'll be joining very shortly. I think he's driving back home or something. He'll be joining us shortly. So this was just to bring back the essence of writing using the pen and paper. That is how we came out with this idea, and we look forward to come up with more such events. And I am thankful to all the students who have who have participated in this event, and wish you all very best. And please see that you don't use mobile at least in a day. You write at least 2 pages or something, because in our school days, our English teacher always used to tell, okay, as soon as you get up, take the newspaper, select one paragraph, and write it so that this you can have a good handwriting and everything. So I request everyone to practice the same thing, even if you are using online, digital, whatever it is. Don't forget to write one paragraph each day. Thank you very much. Over to you, Ravi.
Sir, I would also request you to add on what are the prizes that our first, second, and the third place holders would be getting. So,
Okay.
yes.
You see, we have prizes from Click Pens. This Click is one of the India's largest manufacturers of fountain pen, and they have, when they heard about the idea what we had, we are trying to bring back the handwriting. So they said we'll be more than happy to associate with you, and we will also sponsor the prizes. So the first winner will get a fountain pen made from Click India, which costs somewhere around 2,200 plus, if I'm not wrong. Then we have second prize again from Click. All the prizes are from Click. So the value of those pens, first prize is 2,200 plus. Then we have one more pen which costs around 1,500. And the third prize, this is first one.
This is the first place, sir.
Yeah, this is the pen, fountain pen. This will cost somewhere around 2,200. And we have one more pen, second prize. This costs somewhere around 1,500 plus. Then we have third prize costing around 1,200. And I really like this pen. It's not about the value, but the look, black. It's very, very beautiful. And we have one consolation prize, and that pen is also somewhere around 7,700 plus, if I'm not wrong. Apart from this, the first prize, the winner of the first prize will also get a cash prize of 3,000. Then second prize will be of 2,000 and third prize will be of 1,000. Okay, and this is sponsored by Rotary Bangalore Koramangala. The cash prize is sponsored by Rotary Bangalore. And pens are sponsored by Click Fountain. Thank you. Over to you, Ravi.
Thank you, sir, for the brief intro about the prizes as well. So we have amongst us our judge has joined us. So let me introduce him before we move ahead. He's the founder of JS Quill Group, who owns one of its kind museum of handwriting, lettering, calligraphy, fountain pens, and other writing instruments. And this is a single museum with all such things in the world. It's a beautiful museum. I have had the pleasure to have a view and a walk through it. He's a professor of penmanship and a calligraphy maestro. And he's the only person who has had the privilege to have been permitted to write his own passport. So let me welcome Professor K.C. Janardhan.
Thank you, Rabia and Ikram.
Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to congratulate the president of Rotary Bangalore Koramangala, Ikram Muhammad Khan, for having taken the initiative of running this handwriting competition called as Writing Ecstasy. And Rabia, also from Rotary Club of Bangalore, Koramangala, because today, a lot of youngsters are getting weaned away from writing, and many of them think that the digital world has all the answers. But then let me tell all of you that handwriting is forever, and it is going to be very useful to you in the years to come, because already we have a lot of things happening due to climate change, as well as there are a lot of other indicators that writing will be necessary. To give you a small brief with the attacks, cyber attacks that are happening, they have breached into almost all kinds of security cordons. There was a malware attack some years ago in UK called as the WannaCry, where hospitals were all completely paralyzed. They could not conduct operations. People could not even call an ambulance for emergency because everything was in the wired world of internet. And therefore, all these developments tell us that today, if you want to have your information secure and you wanted privacy, you need to go back to handwriting. What are the advantages of handwriting? Your memory becomes much better when you write, and your vocabulary improves, your power of expression improves, as well as you're completely secure because nobody from any part of the world can steal your information from wherever you've written it and kept it. So they asked the security chief in US, what do we do in this condition or in this state where people are stealing information and there's no privacy? He said, put pen to paper. That's very lovely. And I went through all these entries that came in. The only part that I am slightly unhappy is that no boys got to the final stage. I think next time we should expect more boys also to be qualifying. And I appeal to Ikram and Rubia to see that more boys are encouraged to take part and also do well. Well, I would like to also inform that it's no fault of anybody for writing badly or not improving. It's the system which went wrong many years ago. And therefore, people have to understand the real thing and the nuances to really develop it. I tell you that handwriting is here to stay forever. In fact, even the electronic gadgets today are using styluses for writing. Your smartphones, the Apple 9, which has a electronic pencil. So writing is there. It's going to be there forever. And those who are participating today and those who are winners of the competition, I congratulate you. But then I also want to tell you that there is a lot of scope and room to improve it further and make it even more better. And you need to carry the message to all your friends that handwriting is going to be there forever, and don't succumb to the electronic gadgets. Let me also give you a warning: over usage of these kind of phones, right? And keeping on tapping with your fingers, your finger digits are getting weaker, and some of them, their thumbs are useless. You get what is called as repetitive strain injury in your fingers, carpal tunnel syndrome in your wrist, and then you have all kinds of issues that have come up because of usage of keyboard and these electronic gadgets. So handwriting is your personal power. What happens when power fails? Now, I had a power failure, so I joined late. Now, it's beyond your control. What happens if the satellites don't work? What happens if the axis of the earth changes by a degree? Then everything is going to be crashing down. Then you have to go back to writing. I'm just giving you the worst case scenario, but be ready. And those who have already got readable handwriting, kudos to you. I really applaud all those people whose handwriting is readable. But what we want to do, and what Ikram and Rabia have done, is to take it to an adorable level, right? And there are a few slogans that I would like to also mention. Alfred Fairbanks said, handwriting is the dance of the pen on paper. How beautiful, isn't it? You're holding the pen, which is like a dancer. Your fingers are the partner, and you let the pen dance on paper. If you perform a beautiful dance, everybody is going to applaud you and say, wow, beautiful, wonderful. And the advantages are, it's going to get you a lot of marks. It's going to attract jobs. It's going to make you a person who will stand out in a crowd. From an unknown face in the crowd to a force to be reckoned with can be done with handwriting. And as the saying goes, the first impression should make the best impression, and your last impression should leave a lasting impression. And your beautiful handwriting will do that. And to add to it, you can impress anyone, anytime, anywhere, any age with beautiful handwriting or powerful handwriting. So with these few words, I would like to announce the winners. So Ikram and Rabia, what do we do? Do we go in the order of 1, 2, 3, 4, or do we go from consolation to the first? How do you want to do it?
Let's go from the consolation to the first.
Okay. The consolation prize goes to Akshita. Is Akshita here?
Congratulations, Akshita. Are you there? We would request you to unmute yourself if you're there. I guess she hasn't joined us.
Okay, that's all right. So the prize will reach Akshita. And Aditi Patel is placed third. Is Aditi Patel here?
Do we have Aditi? Okay, we do not have Aditi.
Weren't they expecting a prize?
That I'm not sure of.
Okay. Sharmila S gets the second place. Is Sharmila S around?
No, sir.
Okay, I think all the winners are cooling their heels somewhere else. So the first prize goes to Anna D'Souza. Is Anna here?
We do not have Anna.
I could see one Anna Matthew there.
Yeah, this is Anna D'Souza. Well, I think all four of them must have decided that we may not get it, but then it's coming in as a surprise.
I completely agree.
Good. So these are the winners, and I congratulate all the winners as well as all those who participated, because participation is more important. Winning is secondary, because you will have opportunities to win next time and to better yourself next time. But you'll have to work on it to improve upon your writing skills, and the clarity is important, spacing, formation of letters. There are various parameters that we look into when we judge the handwriting. At the same time, it's also looking into how well you're able to write and swiftly. This time, I think during this competition, we didn't really time you. From next time onwards, I think we'll fix a time frame and we'll see that you write a passage in that particular time. All right. But then I need to congratulate all of you, as well as my thanks goes to Ikram and Rabia, as well as I'm also thankful to Harsh Gagwani of Click Pens, who has given away some beautiful Indian-made pens, and I have checked them out. They write beautifully, they flow very well, and they'll help you improve your handwriting much better. So thank you so much. Over to Ikram and Rabia. If there's anything else, or if somebody wants to discuss something also, we could have a session.
Here, I just wanted to tell Casey sir, can you just give 2 minutes of brief on what basis have you selected the handwriting, just for information?
Okay.
Do you want me to put up the handwriting on the screen, sir, for you?
Yeah, you can put up the handwriting of the consolation, then I can explain a few things. Akshita.
Akshita, just a moment, sir.
So that even others can understand what exactly
Of course,
to be
yes.
corrected while they are writing.
Yes. Welcome, Dr. Suresh. Dr. Suresh is the president of the Indian Epilepsy Association. He is with us. He is amongst us.
I happen to welcome him through chat.
Yes. Okay.
Wow.
You see the handwriting of this person who is Akshita. Now, why Akshita got the consolation is, her Y, her F, all that descenders are touching the next line where you have the other letters. Now, you need to avoid the descenders of the first line touching the ascenders of the next line. Her spacing is all right. Her slant is quite okay. But then you should not touch the ascenders and descenders, as well as you need to have clarity. Some of the letters like E are looking upwards like an undotted I. Well, I can go into greater details, but I'm just giving you a few at this point where you need to improve. Your spacing is important. Now that you have a printed page, you're writing it on the baseline. And then certain letters formations need to be improved a lot more. This is fine. I can't expect more than this from school. Like, for example, there is a word called celebrate here. You look at that celebrate in the last but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th line from below. Celebrate is here. Yeah, you can move the arrow up. Celebrate. You see C-E-L-E. The E looks like an I. Or it looks like a open A, not like C-E, but an open A. And B-R-A-T, that R, sorry, the R in celebrate hasn't got a proper head properly formed. Then the width of the letters, wherever you see the A should be of the same size. The sizes are varying. And you find again the E in celebrate looking like a I, which is undotted. I'm sorry, I don't want to go into greater detail so that they shouldn't get demotivated, but these are the areas of improvement. You have to improve upon the formation of letters. And your letter T should not be as tall as your ascenders, like your B, D, H, K, L. For example, let's go to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th line where she's written rarely in history. Yeah, you need to move up the cursor further. Further up. One moment. Now come down a little bit. Yes, next line. Rarely in history. Yes, there is the word called history. Look at the T in history. The T is taller than the H. And the H, when not written clearly, can also look like B. So, we are looking at clarity of letters. We are not looking at how confusing they can be. But she is much better off. And the best style of writing that should be used is italic, unjoined writing. But unfortunately, we are being taught cursive writing in schools across this country, as well as the former British colonies. The problem comes when you write cursive and there's a lot of malformation that happens. So let's go to Aditi Patel. Aditi Patel is the 3rd place person, and Aditi also has written in cursive. Could we see Aditi Patel's? Yes, it's coming up. Now you see Aditi Patel, her sizes are quite. Can we have the voice muted, please? Can I request the others who are watching to mute your voice so that people who are listening will have clarity of communication? Now, look at this. Now, in this writing, let's look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth line, India, the I, capital I. Capital I is also smaller in size, as well as the shape of the I is diminished. Whereas DIA, that D looks very big and the ascender is very small. So it also can be mistaken for a A. All right. So those are some of the issues. Her ascenders are very short. Maybe this person who wrote this must have come from a strong local language influence where you write within 2 lines, whereas English is written between 4 lines. And you need proper control of the ascenders and descenders. The spacing is all right, but then the sizes are not coming out properly. The sizes are not really uniform. The size of letters, the body height of letters. So there are quite a few things, but it is readable and nice. It can become adorable. Now let's look at the second prize, Sharmila, and first prize, Anna, after that. They have written unjointly. They have tried to use what is called as the print style, not the italic, but then the clarity is much better. The formation of letters are much better. Could we see Sharmila? Yes. Look at this. Now, the letters are very clear. But then what she can improve is try to not join up letters together. Like in the first word, long, O and N have come too close and G also have come too close. A little bit, micro, mini, mm, has to be given. Like that word destiny is fine, DESTINY. But there is clarity when you read. Each letter can be identified as they are. But then there are a lot of areas of improvement. So this looks much better than the other two. Readability wise, it is nice and it is pleasant to the reader. But size also has to be controlled. I can't expect more than this. So let's go to the first person, who is Anna D'Souza. Look at this. This is bright and then you're able to see it very well. Okay? The spacing, the way it appeals to you, and the left margin, and most of the letters are quite well formed. You can identify them very well. They're written separately. Then there are also areas which can be improved, like she can improve her lowercase e and also the height of the T's. Now, I can't find fault with them because the way in which it is taught in schools all over the British colonies, they have not given the right information how to form the letters. But this looks much better and it is more appealing. What do you people say? Now, I want to ask the viewers, how does this look? How does the second and third look? Let's ask the viewers, for those who joined us. How do you find this?
Better than the first and third.
Pardon?
This looks better than second and third person.
Yes, because the spacing is nice, the clarity is there, we're able to read it, but we can make it even more better and adorable. So we have chosen, sorry?
It is pleasant to look and now no strain on the eye.
Yes, no strain on the eye, no scratching, no scribbling. So we have chosen Anna to be the first place, but then all of you, first, second, third, and consolation can improve much better. And you're getting beautiful pens from Click, which should help you to write even more better.
Thank you for the elaborate description about the judgment parameters you have used, sir. We are delighted to have you on board as our judge. So it's been a pleasure working with you. Thank you. Thanks again. And a special thanks to our sponsors, that is ClickPens India, and also to our cash prize sponsors, that is our own club members, that is Rotary Club of Bengaluru, Kormangala. A big thank you to all of you. I now request Rotarian George Selvam to present the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rabia. It's a wonderful day. It's one of the very good Independence Day I had. So first of all, let me thank all the participants. The participants made the competition meaningful. And in any competition, it's not the winning. As you rightly put the topic, it's ecstasy. Ecstasy is not beating somebody else in competition. It is beating your own past record. So everybody excel from your earlier standard. So in my opinion, and in the judge's opinion too, everybody is a winner as long as you excel and got that ecstasy of writing. Let me thank all the winners because you make it meaningful. You also made a benchmark for others to follow. So as Johnny Walker saying, keep on walking, or as our judge saying, keep on writing till you leave a legacy behind. And let me take the opportunity to thank the judge, our special person, Casey Janathan. Enough to say about him, but I can say in one word, 75,000 accolades he has received in calligraphy. We know about Steve Jobs, the Apple guy, who made a history by one lesson on calligraphy. And here we have a judge who got 75,000 times recognized for his expertise in calligraphy. We are indeed grateful. RCBK is indebtedly grateful to you, sir, for being
Thank you so much.
associated with us. And
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. And I thank the sponsors, and Ravi also thanked. And just with a click of the door from RCBK, I think the sponsors heart opened wide and sponsored all the prizes. We thank the sponsors. And not the least, I thank the organizers from RCBK, especially Ikram, whom we call as the Shahrukh Khan of RCBK, and Rabaya, who was the youth service director, who did everything for this project. And last but not least, in line with the theme of the writing, Independence Day, let me say, celebrate Independence Day, but live with interdependence, for which you can use the four-way test of Rotary all the time. Thank you. Over to Rabia.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure to have the vote of thanks from you. So with this, we have reached the end of our event. We would thank all the interactors who have taken part, and you would be shortly receiving a digital certificate. A participation certificate would be given, and the prize winners would shortly receive their prizes. We would courier them to them. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us on a Sunday morning.
There's somebody who sent something on the chat box. Can you say the prize winners again or something?
Okay, sure. Definitely. Janardhan sir, would you do the honors? Yes.
So Akshita, I don't know from which school she is. Akshita gets the consolation prize. And please take a pen and a paper or a pencil and a paper and write down so that you don't miss it. Akshita gets consolation prize. Aditi Patel gets the third prize. Sharmila S gets the second prize, and Anna D'Souza gets the first prize. I'll repeat again. Anna D'Souza, first prize. Sharmila S, second prize. Aditi Patel, third prize, and Akshita, the consolation prize. Happy Independence Day to all of you, and please enjoy the freedom of writing and get away from bad writing and reach the freedom of beautiful writing.
Thank you, sir. With this, we would like to end our event. Thank you all for joining again. Thank you, Janardhan, sir.
Welcome.
It was a pleasure having you on board.
Thank you, teachers.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Narasimhan sir. Thank you, Selvam sir.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir, for making and doing the honors. And thank you all the participants who took part in today's morning event. And we'll be coming soon with more events